How was you guys' holidays?
It was pretty chill, I stayed in New York City. Normally I go to Connecticut because my dad has his big shindig over there, but he came here, so I was like chill because I had to work Black Friday. So, that struggle,
Yeah, that retail life is
Mm-hmm. Retail life.
Yeah.
What'd you put on?
What did I wear? Oh, I wear my Jean Paul Gaultier that no one knew what I was wearing when I went at my family's house. But it still looked cute for me. I looked like a little cute hobbit from Lord of the Rings. So it worked.
Is the hobbit cute?
Yeah.
I thought hobbits were... Okay, well, you were a cute hobbit, so that worked out.
It's Thanksgiving season.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, more the merrier.
Turkey and gravy, guys. Turkey and gravy.
What'd you have on, Will?
It was Thanksgiving. I wasn't here this year. I did something new. I went to visit family in Atlanta. So I wore this, full colors ensemble that I finally got to wear. And I laid in leaves. Ooh. So that was cool. But it was like tan and like rust. And then I wore... Yeah, it was felt good. Had a little bit of Rick, had a little bit of Instagram boutique, had a little bit of this and that.
I'm feeling that visual.
Thank you. Like, just think about like when you're walking through the forest and it's just nothing but leaves.
That's my vibe too, walking through the forest. I'm a hunter. I'm hunting for that turkey.
Only the strongest will survive.
Whoa, it's the Hunger Games right now.
What did you wear?
Sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Okay.
I was with my son, so can't do nothing too crazy.
I know, because we got to drive out there, so you got a trip on your hands.
Yeah, just gave him a fit?
Sweatpants.
He had a fit on?
Nah, just regular sweatpants and t-shirt. Something
Him
simple.
too? So I was like matching?
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute. Twin moment.
Wait, I don't know if he had that on. I can't remember.
You don't remember?
Nah.
Okay, we're just going to go into right into it because it doesn't sound very well.
I can't remember. I don't know. Anyways, so we there's some shit that dropped recently. New releases, Jordan releases.
Mm-hmm.
What caught your eye?
Kim Jones, the Dior Jordan 1s.
Oh, those are cool.
Fire.
You guys cashing out? Her retail 200. Word on the street.
2,000.
Well, yeah, I said it wrong. You know what I mean?
If the retail is 2,000,
yeah,
I would still be interested in copping, but it would only be for resale.
Okay.
Why?
Because I'm not walking around with $2,000 shoes on when you could possibly make $3,000 or $4,000 if you sold them.
I will say it's a great investment.
These days.
It's a hustle.
That's the business.
It's a great investment though. Like it's a good flip. Like you can take that, invest, start like your little business, and then buy 2 more pairs. Boom.
Nah, it's not gonna be that easy. It's never that easy trying to cop something these days.
Clothes is an investment these days, honestly. Yeah. People do it for a living though. You just have to have that eye and the timing. Has
you gotta have
right.
a lot of time.
Yeah. The resale in general is a whole different ball game. But it's money to be made if you can figure it out.
If you could, yeah.
Yeah, because like I worked at Beacons and I worked at Buffalo. And like I see so many regulars that come in there, they at literally opening hours. Like we open at 11, they're there at 10:30.
Yeah, they're trying to find the steals. They trying to find the new products.
Some of them, I have to say, some of them make a living off of that. And
yeah, they got their online boutique.
They're chill. Like they're living luxury life and reselling clothes. So it's not for everyone, but if you could handle that.
It's the effort you put into it is what you get back.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can't just pick anything or anything. You have to study the market, what they want, what they would pay it for, And
know who's your target.
Exactly.
I think that's what's very important. A lot of people don't know who their target is, and they just think everyone wants the same thing. I'm like, it could be hyped up for 2 days, and the next day is no value.
It could be a flop. You got to do your research. You got to know your fashion history. You got to know those price points going out there. You have a whole lot that you need to do.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you guys feel about like reselling in general? To sum it up, like, are you pro it, or you like, what's your pros and cons to resellers or reselling in general? I wouldn't say towards resellers, but like in general.
Honestly, for me, I can't imagine myself being a reseller because everything I look at or find I like for myself. So it's like I'm kind of too selfish to even resell it because it's like I want it, I bought it, and like. I can't just resell it.
It's a word for that.
So you want to sell your clothes?
A hoarder.
Wow.
No, it's like I would sell my clothes, but honestly, reselling is weird. It's like it's a hype and a wave for reselling. It's like, for me, I keep things and that have value for a while, and I like to find things that are like, that has like aged over time. So I feel like what I look for and what I like is not really in the reseller aspect, you know?
Okay.
I feel like my clothes would be like more of like an antique or like an auction thing. Like one day when I become famous or something like that.
It's like, it's what you make it though. I feel
exactly.
It's like reselling. I think because we're looking at, well, sometimes people look at it as a one-sided thing, but reselling could be anything. It could be toys. It could be, like you said, antique. It can be vintage clothing. It doesn't necessarily have to always be a hype item because there is a market that people in other states and other countries are not able to get to. So I feel like you can be a reseller anytime or whenever you need to. Like he was telling me some of my stuff. It's like, okay. Not really reselling because it's not, I guess, how people will look at it like it's new or hype, but you're still reselling your stuff. Yeah. You know? It's like when you thrift, they kind of resold it. I mean,
for me, I guess when I resell, if I do sell anything, it's to buy other things to swap. Because I feel like I will never get that value or that like happiness with like getting cash for something than as if like trading it for something even better or something I've always wanted that I never had.
By the way, guys, not to cut you off, how are you liking this, green apple?
It's green thebomb.com.
Mixed rum by Daydreams. You over lit?
I've been drinking like the Daydreams for a little minute now. This is my first time trying the apple flavor. I mean, it's still good. Yeah, it's still good. It hasn't hit all the way.
Yeah, because you.
But I can feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah. So shout out to Daydreams. Shout out to Daydreams. It's fire.
Keep coming with the flavors.
A lot of good flavors. The mango is still my favorite.
Yeah, the mango, and I think I had.
The mango is still my favorite.
I forgot what flavor the blue one was, but the blue one was the blue one and the red one fire.
Yeah, yeah. Mine is the mango. I like.
I love the colorways. Like this is the trending color of 2018. So
slime season.
Drink it up. Drink it up.
Well, we're gonna get into some things, and we're gonna talk about a lot of controversial things, I feel, on your side.
What do you see like saying that it's almost the end of the year, it's about to be 2020, where you see like fashion heading?
I honestly feel like it's just gonna be like boxy, shapeless, a lot of neutrals, and like more avant-garde like silhouettes. That's where I see it going. Because I feel like people are more like getting on top of that, like anyone could wear this item type of feel,
What about you, Will?
I agree.
How you feeling that?
More, what's the word? More structure, I would say. I feel like a lot of things are more structured, more pockets, more, like she said, simple but simplistic, like still easy to wear. Everyone can wear it. It's in multiple sizes. So much color-wise, no. I feel like it's going to be that one color again, like we said, the slime color was this color. I feel like it's always that one color that they reproduce that we make ourselves. I don't feel like designers normally catch on. Or they might make that one color wave and don't feel like it. But more like I feel tailored and tapered stuff in a way, or like shirts.
Do you only see this in the high fashion realm, or you see this like on a everyday type person?
I feel like the everyday type person will still have to be more accustomed to like the atmosphere and everyone like doing that, because I feel like the normal person will have to like get in their comfort zone that like, okay, everyone is doing this, so I guess I could finally do it. But I think it will take some time for people or like the mass majority to be like, oh yeah, I could wear this and my brother could wear it and like my mom could wear it too type thing, I
think this season was very more about comfort. I feel like everyone was like, I don't really want to be uncomfortable right now. I want to be cozy. Whatever's cozy, easy to go, easy to wear, and I can still look nice. Yeah. And very much go from day to night. Like from sweatpants to swishy pants, just very much, all right, I still look well presented. I still look good. The colors coexist, and I'm good to go. It wasn't too much. I feel like even for me, this year wasn't too much overthinking it, unless I was going like out. It was very much, what can I throw on easy? What can I wear throughout the week? What can I buy? And just reiterate into my wardrobe without having to overthink
How
it.
easy was this fit for you to pick out today?
Oh. Well, I was excited because I finally found like a store like Days, but it's not Days. I've been wanting carpenter pants for a while, so that came in clutch. So I found them at a reasonable price for like $40. I'm finally wearing my Uniqlo, you know, what I've been talking about.
Are the pants are they pre-owned or new?
No, new, I believe.
No? Okay.
Well, yeah, it was a store. They just was selling Carhartt and Dickies, so
Okay.
I got them. I like the cuff how they was, and then my good old Carhartt jacket, great for the winter.
All right. Shoes on the feet.
They're the Olivia Kim Jordan 4s.
The pony hair joints.
Pony hairs.
Yeah. Fire.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fire. Your fit today.
My fit today. Okay, so sporting some Galliano here, this cardigan I'm wearing with this print. Great find at Beacons. Also, I'm sporting some Reformation right now. My whole vibe for today's look is kind of Khaleesi meets peasant fashion for New York City.
Yo.
But yeah, so that's the vibe for today. Very like love my silver, my medals, my chains.
But why peasant?
Because
I get that. I get that from that fit.
She wants
Okay.
that,
Yeah,
you
I get
know.
it. Maybe it's the braids.
This whole like detailed, whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, you know,
cool.
I've been feeling the very Daenerys, you know, looks lately. So 'tis the season, you know, 'tis the season.
And yourself?
Just comfortable clothing, all sweats.
Rick.
Everything's Rick. Everything. So from
That's what
the
we like
hoodie,
to see.
Yeah, from the hoodie. It's a mountain zip up hoodie and some black cargo sweatpants and hexagon Ramones. Some light.
Hexagon. Google that. Hexagon.
Yeah, some light.
Ramon.
That's
Nothing too
cool.
crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't know what Rick was, I would be like, you're giving me some like Final Fantasy, like Noctis, like type
Or
look.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
All black in the city when I go out.
Definitely, I'm feeling that vibe, feeling it.
Yes, I was talking to Will and we was talking about like how like trends can be funny because I seen a post that you posted with the girl.
JT.
Yeah,
She out.
yeah. I wasn't
So proud.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Wow, the
outfit.
Rick fit was cool. She got styled. It was cool. It was on trend. It was new. It just, you know, I feel like
sometimes the person that's styling that, the person that has to wear that, they don't really know and they may not understand
Yeah,
it.
that
So
is
it's
the
just-
So
it's just
what
not
did
like
you
her
not? What exactly did you not like? Did you
her
not like
in it?
You didn't like hers.
Her
Like you
in
didn't
it.
like
That's
this,
what-
how it
that's what
fit her. Like what you got?
No, I just-
not too much, but like you didn't like what?
It was just like it was like it was some of the most radical Rick pieces. So it wasn't like a subtle like adjustment. Like you seen like if you've looked at her previous outfits to now just going to like extreme like
But what's wrong
Oh, so
with
it's like
that?
very
I feel like
unnatural. You're saying
that's-
for her.
It's like it was
But
like,
what's
it's
how
weird.
can you tell someone that that's not natural? Well, it's unnatural.
But
It's
you
like,
could see it. Like for me, I could just see it. Like she wasn't
mean-
comfortable.
But that's when
in-
people
in
want
those-
to
in
change
that
and they
gear.
want to like that's like somebody buy a $5,000 jacket or buy a whole Gucci fan. You're like, oh well, you never wore Gucci before.
You gotta break it in though. You wouldn't just start off with a.
It's not true, bro. She just came home.
I mean,
But it's like I get what you're saying. But it's a pro and con to that, bro.
It's-
Like,
yeah, it just
I
look
get-
weird.
I
who are you to tell me
see
I can't wear a whole
what
fan?
Onterrio is
Me?
saying.
Me?
'Cause I know, like,
Huh.
regardless of someone that's
somebody
maybe
with,
like wearing like basics or whatever, or like how they style their stuff normally, you could always feel that
Push.
extra push or energy that they may want to channel, but they're just too shy to. But if it's like you showcased yourself as like this one person and all of a sudden, like you don't even go for like basic Rick, you go for like the most intense, like I would wear it Rick. It's a
Yeah.
bit alarming. It's like, is this actually your vision? Did you actually want to wear
No,
this? Or it
this
was
is-
like
that
a,
was-
a money-making opportunity.
Yeah, that
for
was somebody
you,
else
you
putting that
know?
on.
But
you.
what's wrong with that?
That was just like when we spoke about.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not.
Your
It's
vision
It's
is
not
not your
authentic.
style.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
if
authentic.
someone like saw you and you're like, and like say me, like I love Rick and like all the extremes. I'd be like, whoa. And like if I didn't know who she was, I'm like, oh wow, she's cool. Like she really likes this style. And then like a couple weeks later, she's just normal again. I'm just like, wait, what happened? I thought.
Oh, like you thought it was gonna be the switch up.
Yeah, like I thought
the Rick was gonna keep coming.
We saw on the same level. It was just like a one-time thing, and it was just like
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like okay, so even with you with
because some people could get
pants.
offended by that too. Honestly,
Yeah, I was offended by that.
Like,
poser.
Yeah, you wrote me like what? I said, bro.
Yeah, I would get offended too.
I won't lie. It did have to grow on me.
I was like, why you post that?
It had to grow on me. I kept
I
looking at it.
I wanted to tell you, take that shit down.
No, I kept looking at it and I was like, all right, it's decent.
It's low key like, so back in high school, I used to love like dyed hair. But back in high school in the early 2000s, if you had dyed hair, you were like kind of a freak or whatever. And everyone was rocking the natural like hair colors. And then all of a sudden, like 2012, 13, 14 hit, and everyone is dyeing their hair crazy colors. And they're like, oh my God, I'm a mermaid. I'm beautiful, blah, 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 blah.
This is
and
a fun
it's just
fact.
like, I felt kind of like annoyed by that because I was like, okay, a couple years ago, I was rocking that hairstyle and everyone like pointed fingers at me. I looked weird. But now because some celebrities are rocking
it's the norm.
It's normal now. And that's what I kind of don't like. It's like, okay, it's okay now to have colored hair for people that actually wanted it from the jump. But don't let, these people that don't care about colored hair like that and it's trendy, they're rocking it and they're like, oh my God, colored hair is so beautiful. Like, no. I'm not down with that.
We're like, I will say we're like the whole world. We're a bunch of followers, and I feel like sometimes it's sad that people don't think about like it's sad that you get frowned upon for expressing yourself.
Yeah.
When you do something different and it's not popular yet, but as soon as it's popular, it's like
okay.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's like no, I kind of been doing this.
It's not a big deal, honestly.
Yeah, it's just you just did something different. Now you look like everybody else.
Yeah, literally.
This is a fun fact. When I was in second or third grade, I want to say second grade. Mm-hmm. Whenever the Cisco song came out, well, like Drew Hill came out. Mm-hmm. He had the blonde hair. This might be before y'all time. I'm a little old.
You mean Let Me See That Thong?
No. That was
that's what I was thinking about too. The thong song?
It was like sleeping in my bed with it had like the brat. Yeah, I think it was the brat on there. Like,
I don't know
the feature.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
I
want to say that was her, but like I seen it, I was like, damn, that's nice. I'm like watching the video.
Yeah.
And I asked my mom if I could dye my hair, and she let me do it. I was like second or third grade. Dye my hair.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dead ass.
Mom of the year.
Yeah,
literally.
dead ass. I'm gonna see if I can find that pic, and if I can find it, I'm gonna post it. But it's like shit. I've been weird.
That's cool.
From the beginning.
You express yourself. I don't think it's weird. You express yourself, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, also there is that like deal breaker where it's like you could have a mom where she would be like, no.
Well, and then that was later on down the line.
That kind of like,
But it would have been multiple reasons for it saying no at a young age. Like you're young.
Yeah.
With her saying no, it was when I was like in high school, like middle school, high school. It was like the era. Like I want to touch base on this, like far as like what is your best era? Like if you had to repeat it, mine was like early 2000s. Like whenever that baggy phase came in, like the long. Well, y'all might have not done
the
that.
baggy, like
no, I had
in
it.
the city,
and like the long shirts.
Yeah, like we had like white tees. I'm 5'3" and I'm buying like a fucking 2X or 3X white tee. You know what I'm saying? You going to Champs or Foot Locker and getting them for the 4 for $20. You can mix and match with the two whites, two blacks. Yeah, it was crazy with the bathing apes back in the day from the Shoe Man. For the people that don't know what the Shoe Man is like it would be like your definition of like Canal Street, but he just rides around with shoes in the car.
That's cool.
Okay.
But
I like
they're
that
bootleg.
visual.
Yeah, they're bootleg though. But
oh my God! Speaking of like things riding in the car, like when 2-piece like jogger suits were like in.
Yeah.
My mom bought a couple of jogger suits in the car in like Brooklyn. Like some man like popped open his van and there was like
he was a booster.
Yeah, he was a booster.
Yeah, he was a booster.
Love the booster.
Oh, we groundbreaking this episode.
They were like baby fat and all that. I was a baby fat kid.
I read the boosters.
Did you have like the
fashion
bomber with the
I had that. I had Rockaware. I had all of that. Like Cookies was my
Will
store.
still got his Rockaware jeans. He was gonna bust out like on the last.
It's crazy.
My favorite piece I had was it was a Sean John velour baby blue sweatsuit.
Oh, with the white piping.
And I got from Macy's.
I remember that.
And that's when who was modeling? He had it was when Fat Farm and they was pairing it.
Oh my God, Fat Farm. That's such a throwback.
Did you like so?
I rocked all those brands when I was like a kid.
With the Fat Farms, did you have the fat laces in them?
Yeah.
Did you change the fat laces in them?
Yeah.
Like to different colors? Mm-hmm. Like that was like the go-to. Like in my school, they would have like the white ones, and you would change. Like you would buy every colored lace possible and just switch it up with your outfit.
That's
and
crazy.
then like back in the day, like when you used to put like the jing behind your tongue because that had like a fat tongue. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And go to
I
Vim's.
remember that.
Go to Vim's or Dr. J's to get your shoes.
It was crazy back in the day. Yeah, no, that was a good time. So if you had to repeat an era, what era would you repeat?
That's a tough one. Honestly, I feel like I am happy with myself like now.
Oh, boo. Well,
like now or wait, you didn't even let me finish. You're like,
you said
okay,
you were happy right now.
2017. Because I think that's like really like when I really felt like that like hype of like going to extremes and
but
stuff
what
like
era
that.
would this be though? Like what era? Like the influence.
Very like just cyber technological, like very like streetwear. Yeah.
Got you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Will.
I would say for me would be like the 2012, 2013 to like now, because that's when I was just discovering designer. That's when I was buying stuff and I didn't see nobody with it. And it was exciting to like come outside and like really look different, like really be like, get looks. And I was fitting into everything. Like it was no, I was
so
a different
your confidence
vibe.
level, because
yeah, like it was.
You didn't have the shape back
nah,
then.
yeah, like I think high school had just ended. I had my last year. I got skinny. I was going to stores. I was buying smalls.
You
like,
didn't have the shape.
32. Like it was, the weight didn't come yet, so I was getting whatever I wanted, and I was like, "Oh, that's how I feel to be slim." Like, fire. Like everything. Nah, like jackets, everything. It was no pressure, bro. Like I was really picking stuff up. They would always have my size. Like that was the best. Like just mix matching, and I think I was. Well, I'm more creative now. I would say over the years it progressed, but I feel like it was really the start of me building outfits as I'm seeing like items or pieces. Like it was just boom, boom, let's go together. All right, I need to get this.
So
next.
who did you get influenced by? What would you say like your influence?
Honestly, at that time, a lot of Kanye, like a lot of Kanye, like a lot of Kanye, because it wasn't, social media was still around, but it wasn't. They weren't posting like how we have
It was
references
all food back in the day.
No, like how we have
shit.
references now to like someone building a whole portfolio or profile on someone's past and recent looks.
Yep.
That wasn't as frequent yet. So it was like if you've seen it or you're watching TV and referencing that, like okay, and actually having to remember what someone had on, like okay, he had a bomber, he layered it with this, boom, boom, boom.
I'm going back to,
but
like,
I am happy.
I'm going to like Pharrell era, Bathe in Ape ice cream, like that
For
era.
yourself?
Yeah, for myself.
Okay.
Even though I don't wear those pieces,
Yeah.
I mean, I did wear like some Bape. I never had any ice cream things though. But
Was that era the start of Onterrio?
I don't know if I would say that was the start, but it was very important for me to have.
It was like a
gone
highlight.
through. Yeah,
It shaped you.
Yeah, because like this one we had like 106 in Park, so you would have like the videos, and then like everybody you would see like you would get like style points and cues from what you saw from the videos and shit like that. And like I would just remember like the Pharrell era, and then the Bape was like crazy. When Bape hit the scene, it was like night and day. When it just boom, it just stormed.
I think that's when people were trying stuff. Like it was a lot of
and
trial and error.
And that's kind of why I like it too, just because it was like the amount of like non-caring like the idea of not caring what you put on, because even with like the name belts, like you remember the name belts back in the day?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You wouldn't think about no shit like
The
that.
Rubik's
But
Cube.
And then they had like lights and all that.
you know what I'm saying?
It
You
got
put your name
insane.
on it.
Spelled your name.
You know what I mean? It was crazy.
I think that era was more about being flashy.
I mean,
tucking your shirt in the front.
It
have
was-
your
I
it
tail
was
think
more
out
about
on the
anything
being
with
back.
your
flashy.
name was cool at the era, because I still have like my name gold like necklace that says
Yeah.
Eve on it.
See, that's
And,
what I'm
like-
saying.
It was
So-
a flashy era. That was the
Yeah.
flashy era.
Like you were proud to be
Yeah,
yourself.
like
Yes,
you was proud to wear
Yeah,
your
yeah,
name,
yeah.
your shit to light up with your big bifocal glasses, but your shirt 2X, but that belt lighting up and you tucking it in with your jeans.
It was crazy. So that's, I feel like that era for me was like super important. And then like a lot of artists too that I looked up to, like I seen them in the gear, so it was like, damn, like they killing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as like Wayne, when Wayne went on his streak, it was like, damn, he started rocking Bape.
I
everything.
feel that though. I feel that
shit
like how
crazy.
that era shaped you to like even like transform into who you are today. Like for me,
I still wear like the same shit, it just ain't Bape.
I feel like when I was in high school, that was like where I started like changing and like trying to like
You found yourself.
designing what I wanted to wear and how I wanted to look like. And like honestly, I was like a very punk kid in high school. Like I would go to Hot Topic every single day. Like
did you
I would,
have
I would tease
those
my
pants
hair
with the belts on them?
Yes, I had freaking neon. I was
knew
always
it.
I never had like any plain colors. I only had like
knew it.
neon yellow, neon pink, neon green, and I would wear graphic tees all the time, tease my hair, put a whole bunch of hair clips and like crazy eyeliner. Like I was really punk.
Did you have those black boots with like the triple sole on them?
I did not have those because I didn't have money for those at the time, but I wore
Those were
Converse.
crazy.
Y'all didn't
you
go
know?
through the polo stage? Like I remember right before the beginning
a polo.
of the flyness,
for
I
a
was
little bit.
wearing Starberries one year, and then the next year, I was coming to school with polo.
You think it was because of the Kanye?
No, at that time, well, yeah, I would say, but it was just like I think
Because
I
that
was
was
very
probably when the workout came
when
out.
I was younger, I was very on trend. Like I was on trend.
Okay.
So everybody went polo. Well, in the hood, you know, you had your booster. So it was like running the Macy's, doing
How important is the booster in today's society?
the booster.
Well, back in the day, like how important was that?
Back in the day, the booster brings both cultures together. Honestly,
Yeah,
because
I agree with
you're
that. I
seeing
like how you
someone
worded that.
from your area wearing expensive merchandise that's not in your area. So it's kind of like not an idol with someone look up to, like, oh, he could do it, I could do it. But yet you don't know what he's doing or what she's doing. You're just like, bro, you're a fly. Like, I've seen that on TV. Like,
Oh, that's crazy.
and then like you're like,
Did you
wait,
go through
they're
that
doing
booster stage? Did you have a booster that you could that you knew that would come around your way
I did.
and get you something good?
My favorite one.
I honestly did not know. I did not
Oh,
know of that.
you didn't understand what the booster
I did
was.
not
You just
understand
thought
No,
it
you
was just
that.
didn't. You
coming
didn't know.
out.
You just thought it
It
was
was like
like
somebody just selling clothes.
no. Well, my booster to me in my eyes was they were fly. Like every time I was outside, they was fly. Like new. Like when I say the new, like the newest stuff. Like it came out 2 days ago.
Yeah. For the,
But
for
where
the
did you
person
live
that
at
don't
that
understand what the
time?
booster
like,
is, it's a scammer.
I was
It's today's scammer.
I was living in Brooklyn, like Bed-Stuy. So like when I go to parties, like I would say honestly,
That's why, because you're around the location.
but
Well,
it wasn't
I-
even like Brooklyn. It was like I was hanging up uptown a lot, and I feel like I gotta give them credit. They were like that kind of helped me too. So like when I started dressing up a little bit, people were just like, "Oh, you from Harlem?" I'm like, "No, I'm from Brooklyn." They're like, "Oh, a lot of Brooklyn niggas don't dress like that. Like you
Oh wow.
doing good."
Honestly, like my neighborhood in Queens is like so quiet, like
Yeah,
very
you're in Queens.
Caribbean.
You're in Queens.
Like no one knows about boosters or anything like that. Like
What?
They may.
in my zone,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
Caribbean Indians, like West Indian Trinidadians, like everyone was just like to their own.
Okay, that's what you mean.
No
Did
flavor.
you see a lot of sandals out there? Like the
a
open
lot of
with the with the polo tucked in with the khaki pants.
Oh my god! You know what was trending? You know those Chinese sandals that you get at the dollar store with the florals on it?
fucking
all
Alexander
colors?
Wang did that shit.
Like you could get them in every
did that
color. No
shit.
lie, I
Every
went through
color.
that phase in elementary school.
Oh
Like
my
I had
God.
them in pink, lime green, white, black. I matched every outfit with the slipper.
Oh man.
It was everything is recycled, bro. It was dead a trend before
It was
it got trendy.
crazy.
So I'm like,
funny. Wow.
my aunt had a lot of influence too because she was close, not close in age, but like she was young, so she
Yeah.
understood. So She had tattoos. She had the slippers. I'm like, oh. She was doing the hair dye thing. I'm just like,
are you serious?
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And she had like the short, before like, it used to be like frowned upon with short hair, but like, when you were sending yourself,
had like
everybody,
the short haircut.
short bob, color.
I think that's so sexy. Excuse me.
Cool.
I like when women do that.
Yeah, if you think it's sexy, bro, you think it's
It's
sexy.
nice. It's nice.
It is good.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really good.
Yeah. Especially if they keep it lined up.
Maintained. Yeah. We love to maintain colored hair.
Yeah. Just the overall shape of it. It's nice.
Yeah.
I like that sometimes.
Oh my god.
All right. So we segueing through. I don't know what else we got. What else we got?
Of course,
We got a lot of shit to talk about today, so let's get to it.
The next. Interesting. So we're going to start with Eve. You're going to talk about your...
What I've been doing in my life. So, hey. So
and don't forget your archive piece.
Yes. What is your archive piece?
Okay, so my archive piece that I am going to be talking about is Vivienne Tam. She's a Chinese designer from the 90s that raised a lot of controversy at that time because, so a little inside scoop about her, she was a poor Chinese girl. She didn't have money to make clothes or wear clothes in China, so she would make her own clothes. And a lot of people recognize and compliment her on her like designs and stuff. So she was like, okay, let me go to Hong Kong and go to university. So she was lucky to get an internship in New York City. So she came all the way from China to New York. And she interned for a bit and she did her first trade show where she made a big hit. And she started like making her designs. And around 1995, she started making this dress called Mao Zedong. He's a communist in China, and he ruled around, I think, early 1920s to like 1976. And he's like a big political, like controversial topic and leader because Chinese people didn't really have great positivity when talking about him, but there were some people in China that like liked him and stuff like that. Leaders, politics, it gets all messy and stuff. So what she did, because she wanted China to be more of like a humorous, like overcoming place where they could grow from like the struggle and stress. So what she decided to do is take his face, and she collaborated with this political cartoonist called Zhang, and they made like humorous characters about Mo, and it raised heads in China. Like when she brought out her line with his face all over her dresses, and they were like in different colors. It's like very colorful. Like Chinese people did not like it. Like they threw rocks at her like presentation. Like it was like a good and positive thing for her because it made like a worldwide spread and she got like really, really popular. But also it was like a disagreement between how she was like portraying like this political issue. But for her as a Chinese woman and growing up in that environment, she just wanted to like enlighten the mood and show that, regardless of a dark error, we can overcome it and wear it in a fashion statement because we are powerful people. So that's what I thought was really interesting. And actually, I have the dress because I was working at Buffalo and someone just sold it in. And I was like, are you serious? Because this dress is actually at the Met. It's at the Andy Warhol Museum. It's in so many museums. And it has such a high markup because it's such a rare dress to get.
Let me borrow it.
Sure, I think you look good in it, honestly.
Yeah, I'll give it back to you.
But it's like, it's
Never
such,
gonna see it again.
I even haven't worn it yet because it has such like a breathtaking like era on it. And it's like, I just look at it when I'm in my room because it's just so beautiful. And it's crazy that I got it in a thrift store and it's so hard to find, It
was meant for you.
Yeah.
What's like retail?
No, resale.
$2,000.
Wait, the retail was $2,000 or the resale?
Resale. Right.
My bad, resale.
Oh, yeah. So let me borrow it and I will give it back to you.
$2,000.
Okay, you did good. You did good.
See, I don't have a long story with my archive. My archive is just some pants.
Just some pants.
You didn't do research.
I did. I did. I mean, it's not really like controversial. It's just
hers just had a good story, and it was empowering.
Honestly, I was lucky that I even had that, because honestly, when like I was like, what am I going to talk about? I looked in my closet and I'm like, oh shit, and then I'm like,
boom.
Here I am.
There you go.
The
only reason I feel like my piece is like maybe like controversial is just because it's a skirt and it has pants with it. It's like what is that called? It's a term.
It would be like it's not a skirt.
A skort?
That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. So I mean, I feel like wearing it in the city. I mean, today it's gonna be my first time wearing it in the city. Well, no, it's not.
It's gonna be my first time.
Monday maybe.
Oh, is it too cold today?
No, I just like the fit. I got on better today. So
okay.
I'm gonna keep this on. I mean, it's cool. It's just what we condemn like is okay for guys to wear. So it just looks like when another dude sees me in it, it's like that's not inside of like New York. It's like, well, even in New York, they probably will look at me the same way. I mean, but if you understand like fashion, it's like, it's no boundary or limit what you can wear. But, sometimes people just condemn that to like certain items. So it's like, okay, well, whatever. I bought it. I like it. That was on my hit list for a minute and I just pulled the trigger.
I think the whole like pant skirt trend is so cute though. Like, especially like obviously like originated from like Ireland, you know, when they wear the kilts and stuff, and they've been doing that forever.
For a long time,
like, that's just like their culture.
Even
but like
Kanye did it with the Yeezy 2s.
Yeah,
they killed
it's like
him on that shit was fire though.
Silk. It's sick. It's so sick. Like I think honestly, as I'm happy we're going in a different like era where it's like not as looked upon like before, and it's that time to do what you want. Be creative,
I just think sometimes people are like closed-minded when it comes to clothing.
They're very
like,
closed-minded.
Like what we touched on last time. It's just very much like boy or girl. And it's just like, no, you shouldn't think like that. And at the end of the day, what someone's wearing, how is that affecting you?
Yeah.
No,
how is that really affecting you? If someone that has a kilt or has a skort or skirt on, how is it affecting you?
I just call it a skirt.
Or it's like
skirt.
It's okay if it's in a cultural aspect or like a religious matter, but if it's in fashion, then it's like you're wearing.
No,
a skirt.
Tom Brown did it for the campaign,
annoying.
and the campaign was fire. Like Uzi killed it. He had a couple people with skirts on, but I'm like, that's fire, bro. But it took a luxury brand for, I guess it's weird. It always takes like tradition always gets ruled out.
Certain people to make it okay
over luxury. Like it could be tradition for years and years, like what we talked about, and then as soon as a brand or a designer decides to do it, it's like, oh, I gotta wear this now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay to wear it, and it's like, I think it's only with us though. But it just sucks sometimes. You be like,
I think we're just naturally people that just crave comfort, and we just need a comfort zone. So we need media and the world to make a comforting
to tell you yes, it's okay.
place.
To tell you yes, it's okay.
Yes, because if it's not comforting or it's not, saying, okay, hey guys, it's trending, this designer, this famous like artist is wearing it. You can wear it now. No one will judge you. Now it's like, oh my God, no one's wearing it. I'm wearing it. Oh my God, I'm scared.
You know what I thought about the other day? It sadly has nothing to do with fashion. But like, remember back then when we were growing up as kids and the stripping thing wasn't so popular, but like, as it progresses, popular, but that's it. That's all. I mean, everything we were told, like, not told, but like, was hush hush.
Yeah.
It's very in front now, and I feel like that's what's kind of happening with clothing in a way. It's like everything, like, oh, don't wear bright colors. Now it's getting pushed to the forefront.
Yeah.
Oh, chunky shoes, like ugly stuff, big designs, big prints, big logos, all of that stuff that in the early 2000s, that were frowned upon. Like, you want everybody to know you have that bag, and that was being recycled again and coming back, which I think is cool for me because I've always been like, I think I'm somewhere between like, I wouldn't say label whore, but like designer and then very much like conservative. So
it is good that like that pathway was like
don't look at me like
open, for us.
I'm not gonna call you a label whore.
I know someone called me label whore. I was like, nah, someone called me label whore, and I was like, nah, if I like it and it just happens to have a name attached, it's not. You can't blame me for that. But I'm not. 5 times out of 10 always seeking gratification or any gratification for something I've purchased from a luxury brand
I wouldn't call you a label
or
whore.
any brand.
No,
I mean,
I've been cool.
I would never
I
do that.
see. I look at labels as a level up. For me, it's like, okay, if I look at all my clothes, it's like, okay, I could find stuff that's similar to a lot of things I have that are not labels, but I feel like it's a level up because of the quality, like the history, the culture behind these pieces. It's not always just about label. Like, I'm wearing Galliano, but it's like I love the print and everything, but also it has like value because it is Galliano.
Galliano, right.
And like, it's just much more than just the name, because I know history about this person I'm wearing,
Right.
and I've seen their archives, and I actually really like them as a person. You know, it's not just like, oh, let me wear Gucci, let me wear Louis, just so the public could see.
Right.
You know.
But my archive piece is from Rick as well. It's these shoes I seen. My friend had them. He still has them. He won't sell it to me.
I'm gonna find them for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
find them for
it. They're the Hoof Dunks. So it's like a mid-level sneaker. It looks like a V, all leather, simple, everyday shoe.
The pair that you want is leather, or
I just want a pair.
oh, okay. 'Cause
Like, just
they
like-
come in different. They come in different.
I just want a pair, but
uppers.
black.
Canvas,
I just want a pair. Not canvas though. I want it
canvas,
to last.
neoprene, and
I want neoprene.
neoprene. Okay,
But that's my archive piece because I feel like it's not too much and it's very subtle. Like when my friend had them on,
those are
I
not
was like-
subtle at all.
and let me finish my story. This is my story time. They're very subtle because you can wear them with jeans, you can wear them with anything, and it's a subtle piece. I'll say it's subtle because they don't stand out. You have to actually like look at them. Yes, they're not from far. You would just think they're regular sneakers. If you
cover them up,
No, you have to really oh, what's that? Like you have to really. It's one of those what's that? Well, for me, that was my experience. I'm telling you my experience. Like he had them on, and I was like, oh, what's that? He was like, Rick. I said, really? Okay.
you know what's crazy? I sent you a picture of those like a year ago. Well, no, it wasn't
The orange ones.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
orange
I didn't,
ones.
but that was too much.
Yep. See, look at it.
I,
See how
I knew how it was,
circle,
but
boom.
they were full orange guys. Like it was.
Yeah, white-
Where am I going
white
with
You're
that?
not an orange person?
No, because I have a pair of Ramones and they're that color now. So it's like the irony.
See,
But
see, how that is?
but even with the Ramones, I don't,
He tried to shit on me. He was like, "No, don't get those," and I didn't get them. Somebody else bought them.
because they're orange Ramones, I don't wear them as much as I would like to, and I feel like for me sometimes when I do put them on, I overthink it.
But in the
'Cause they're
spring,
so
though, it would be
bright.
like, boom.
Yeah, I
what's
wore them
up?
with the fit for Atlanta.
It's just not your
yeah,
usual
you
color
did, you did.
palette,
Yeah,
is
you
what you're
did.
saying.
Yeah,
It
like
was in the
certain things
leaves.
is like, oh.
So
what
it's
to do with
like,
this?
I don't know how to wear it because it's like most of my color palette is a different
No,
hue of color.
when it comes to like certain colors I'm not accustomed to, I
You gotta break it in.
tend to like actually go harder, like be like,
Yeah.
okay, let me actually get something that's gonna complement it, the whole look. And then after I get the whole look, it's like, okay, let me get pieces to accommodate it so I can actually wear it and put it in rotation. I hate I was doing that a lot. I was buying I brought like some silver Balenciagas and I was like, I brought it and I wore it one time. I'm like, I didn't put this in rotation as much as I should. So
Yeah.
I tried this time when I shop for like clothing or shoes to get something realistic that I can actually put in rotation instead of having something shiny.
You see yourself with those the dunks, like wearing those like on a day. Well, not like really like maybe like on a weekly basis.
Yeah, in rotation, honestly.
Monthly basis,
because I'm
like
one of those people that when I buy stuff, I wear it. Like,
Did you bring those Rockaware pants back yet?
no.
Okay, so all right, so
Slowly. But I have been looking at me and my homegirl, we were talking about like wearing out Tavanidis and stuff. So we were like looking into that.
okay.
So like little stuff, like slowly. Clothes is just like everything doesn't look always good together. Like I have to be real with myself. And if I don't feel comfortable in an outfit, I'm not gonna go outside like that.
Yeah.
So I always go, if I second guess how I feel when I'm dressed completely, it's like, switch out pants. Maybe it's the hoodie. All right, I'm good to go. Because if I know I look funny or I feel like I look funny, I know people, it's weird. Like I know someone's like, So I'd rather be secure in myself and know that I feel confident in something than me go outside and don't feel confident. I feel like even when I got dressed today or in general, I want to feel good regardless of what anyone's expectation or persona of me. If I do not, I feel like when you don't look comfortable in something, it shows. Like, basically, that's what you kind of seen in the picture. You didn't see the confidence.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what happens when people try to transition so fast. You don't see the confidence level.
Yeah, because it's like they're just used to wearing basics, and then you just pop all this silhouette and like abstract detail on them, and they're just like, oh my god.
And they're still wearing it like it's sweatpants,
she was
and it's
so
like
uncomfortable in that photo.
No,
was
bro,
like,
it was
this
a
is not
whole.
for you.
It's bad to compare, but like how Teyana Taylor wore the pants,
Oh man,
and how she wore the skirt. I was like, Teyana Taylor.
it is
Just
perfect.
like it was
you
just.
just gotta own yourself and own your looks.
That's perfect. So let's segue into a spotlight. Who would you like to put a special spotlight on? I'm gonna go to you. Who would you like to put
as in terms of what?
Like how you mentioned Teyana Taylor.
Oh yeah, okay. Teyana Taylor, like I should have mentioned her earlier. Like really fashion forward, and I love the tomboy aesthetic. I feel like that she's helped a lot of girls as well. But just in general, like her getting dressed, I feel like she has fun, bro. And I feel like I love to see someone play with clothes. I feel like it's not overthinking, and if it goes, it goes. And I feel like I really like that. I feel like that's how I like to get dressed, and I feel like it shows in her dress. Like she was one of the few girls that I've seen in Rick, from pants to the Ramones to the Geo baskets, killing it, mixed matching, and it was just like, oh, I could do that. And she even had a couple outfits that I copied.
Yeah.
Well, I would say try to like play off of.
Yeah, it was. I remember the first time I like got aware of like Teyana Taylor was Sweet 16.
Oh yeah, with the ice cream.
Yeah,
She was
like,
a Barbie.
Damn. I was like, damn, who is that? Like, she was pretty. Like I guess I like that. Like sometimes like that tomboy aesthetic, but just like. It's like, damn.
No, but she
like,
was really tomboy aesthetic.
Yeah,
like.
But she was pretty though too.
Yeah,
so it was like, damn, like, she was killing.
You just
and she
need
had
to
a lot
own
of hair.
it.
Yeah, she was killing
You just
shit.
gotta
Now she
own
just
yourself.
transitioned into like super like
Sex symbol.
sexy.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's fire.
You just gotta feel the vibe. You gotta catch it when it comes. That's the thing. It's like you can't force yourself. You have to transition, but transition with like a powerful like integrity at the same
Who would your
time.
spotlight person be?
FKA Twigs.
Okay.
I
don't know
like.
who that is. Oh, I do know who
Yeah,
that
you don't know
is.
who that
I'm
is?
tripping.
Are you serious?
I follow
I'm
her.
mad
I follow
that
her on,
you said that right now. I'm
tripping.
offended.
I'm tripping.
You should be
I follow her
ashamed.
on IG.
Yeah.
Like she does a lot of pole
She's
dancing. She is
amazing.
fire.
Like,
That's not the only thing she
She's
does.
just
No, but
not.
I just
she's
wanted to highlight
a
that part,
talented
too.
That's what you
singer,
recognize her for?
Yeah.
choreographer, artist. She literally,
She's fire.
like every ounce of her music video is mainly
She
her
is
vision and
fire.
inspiration. Her wardrobe, like
She's
she's literally
super
like
fire.
my spirit animal. Like I resonate with her so much, and I feel like if I saw her one day, I just want to talk to her and really get her from like artist to artist like opinion and like her vision and style and like how she transitions to what she does, because it's very unseen. It's like it's a little bit of everything through the whole entire world, and I feel like she makes it her own in this like very abstract visual display. And she's just like very inspirational and motivating, and I'm glad that there's people like her, because this is what you need to see, you know. And she's an artist, she sings, but it's not always about, you know, just what's stereotypically pretty or like hot. Like she's sexy in her own way.
In her own way, but that's
And
what makes it
elegant at
work
the
for. Yeah,
same
that's what makes it
time.
work for her. Like,
And it's like she
damn.
has so much culture. She soaks up in so much like cultural tradition, and she's very like humble and just like a pleasant person. It's like she meditates on what she does, and then she just manifests it. And like she's FKA Twigs,
She's fire.
you know.
She is fire.
She is like
It's not a lot of girls that put
astonishing.
a smile on my face, but she's one of them.
She's astonishing, but you
She's
forgot her
one-
name.
I did.
forgot
And
who
that you
she
followed
was.
her, but she's astonishing.
Yes.
Right.
You know, play us fuck up. You know, play us
You right.
Yeah, play us fuck
We
up.
all have mess-ups, you know?
But like honestly, anyone that doesn't know about her, you need to search her up, because
Nah, big time.
she needs to be known more. I'm surprised that she's
visual-
not even more famous than
Yeah.
she is. You
I
know,
mean, maybe it is because of the way that she looks and like the appearance that she portrays.
because it's crazy actually. Because
sometimes you can scare people away
this
with
past Thanksgiving, when I actually went at my family's house and we were talking about artists, and I talked about FKA Twigs, and I showed them one of her videos. I think it was Cellophone, and they didn't know about her. And they were kind of thrown off. They were like, yeah, she's pretty and she has a fun voice, but she looks kind of weird. And I was like...
But, like, what's weird? Like, what makes it
she's
weird?
Not
just because it's not the normal.
Typical. Like, that's what happened.
Like, I know she's not Beyonce, you know,
she's not
normal.
the average American beauty.
But, you know, she's...
But she's pretty.
Yeah, she is pretty. And she's strange. And she's different. And she's trying to make a new... like section for people that look that way. I want to aspire as an artist
and put a certain spotlight on that, like in front of like the
and
big
do
screen
well.
too.
And also like even for like pole dancers, like you know how there's like such like a negative like impact or like
no, it's all positive.
About, like,
yeah, it's been positive.
It's all positive. Yeah,
it's all positive.
It's all positive.
Like pole dancers,
it's all positive.
And
it's just yoga.
Not to
it's just yoga.
It's supposed to be positive.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, she makes it like very like she acquires all the things that people would like judge on and makes it okay.
You know what it is? It's like she's breaking a lot of taboos. And people, I realize throughout, you know, in life, they're not used to that. So they're like, oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. You said we wouldn't talk about that. Yeah, we wouldn't talk about that. Oh, snap. And that's why I would say this year it's been a lot of taboos have been broken. A lot of taboos have been broken. So people... like back to back, so people are just the whole world is just like, oh, okay, that's where we're going. I have no choice but to accept it. Yes, else you will be left and your business will be closed.
Literally.
So,
but yeah, she's an inspiration to me.
Yeah, she's fire.
Who's your inspiration?
Mine is it's a little left here. Luke from Roundtwo.
Okay.
Yeah, Luke from Roundtwo. Yeah, I really like Luke. Like, man, I can't even explain how much like I really like Luke. Luke is like 1/3 of the owners of Roundtwo. So they got like Roundtwo Hollywood, Roundtwo Chicago. They got like a Roundtwo New York. That's where he works. They got a few different locations, but with Luke, like when I first started following Roundtwo, it was like, man, like I just seen Luke, and like Luke was the only one that stood out because like at the beginning he had like this dirty like brunette hair and like a lot of tattoos, but then he would be like mad fresh all the time, but it would be like in like streetwear brands and shit like that, and it was like, damn, but he just looked really cool, but you could tell he was the only one that was like the most comfortable in what he had on. Even though he was kind of like chubby at the time, it was like he was still like mad comfortable. But then when he came to New York, it was like he just blossomed into like who he is today. It's like it's crazy. Like now he cut his hair, and it's like, you know, he's starting to do skin routines now.
Routine.
Yeah. You know, I do skin routines.
Self-maintenance, bro.
Yeah.
When it shows
crazy.
when you take care of yourself. Like it shows. Like you be like, oh.
He also just did the collaboration with Lugs. He did like a Killer Season pink influence lug boot, like the 6-inch Tim. Okay, but it's just in a lug boot. He did a limited edition or a limited run of those, like 100 pairs of those. And it was like he just like when I see Luke, I feel like with the things that he posts, like I can like relate to a lot of those things because it's like some of my favorite eras, like with the Dipset, and then he might post like the other day he had on like a full windbreaker jumpsuit. It was like a blue like we was talking about like the
swishy,
like that.
That's good.
But he had like on Air Force Ones. It's like it's so simple, but it just like I can relate to that. And like other people, I can tell he dresses himself because his style is not like the same all the time. Like he mixes and matches, and the confidence level I feel like that he has because of like the weight that he was, and now I feel like he's gotten to the weight that he wants to be. So it's like he really is like diving into the fashion shit now because it's like you can really tell like he's super comfortable in the shit that he putting on now, and I can just relate to that because I used to be husky back in the day.
Same.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, when you drop that weight, boy.
You're just like a new person. You're just like a new person.
Well, some niggas kind of hard. They thought you was on side. Now, when you lose that weight, you just
on it. And the good thing about that is like, you can go to the store and see Luke behind the counter like a regular person. And it's like on like how we like might symbolize somebody as like a celebrity or something. And it's like you go into the store and like Luke is like right there behind the counter. And you like a fan. You like, oh shit, it's Luke in my head.
You're
like
fangirling.
It's like, oh, it's Luke. But then it's like, you know, trying to keep your like your composure and shit. Like, yo, what's up, man?
If you
like,
met Luke in person, what would you say?
I've met him in person and it was like, yo, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying?
Just really chill, really casual.
Yeah, I don't like. One time, like this was when Kanye like first signed this deal with Adidas, and he was here doing like the press run, and he had the fashion show that week. Like my friend, she had told me like, yo, I was in Soho that day. She was like, yo, Kanye is about to come out of his building. There was a lot of paparazzi and shit, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like I'm cool. I don't want to like be that person that's like, oh my God, it's like, nah, it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respect what you do, but I also respect myself enough too to not be like super like thrilled by just seeing a person for
I get it, because it's like you want to keep it professional. Like, I want to cool. Like if I see you one day in like a business way or like as a cool like partner and like something that's like a different. You don't want to be like, oh, that's my fan.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. That's why, like, going into the Roundtwo and just being able to see Luke, it's like, man, it's like, it's humbling at the same time, too. Because even though he might have, like, a ton of followers, of course, he's a businessman, you know, what we might consider being successful, and still working like a regular job, still doing the same things that he's asking his employees to do. He's still getting out there on the floor, helping customers and shit like that. It's just like, it's those little things that made him be my spotlight.
Yeah, because he's normal,
like,
but he's also known for a lot of things.
Yes, it's like, he was just super cool, man. Like,
and he's chill in person also.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I seen him in the Rick store, actually. Maybe I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Yeah, so I seen him in the Rick store. It's December, so maybe October. I think it was like October. It was him and a lady friend of his, I guess. And it was like, I had on my, normal outfit, all Rick, of course. But, not to flex or anything. But, like I could see like he was looking at me, but every time I would go in the Roundtwo, like I would just be like during the summertime, I would be so bummy. He probably thought I was trying to steal something in Roundtwo because I would always wear like a vintage T-shirt, but I would flip it inside out and like vintage army shorts, like the super shorts. And they just had army on.
Are
the side.
you into that flipping inside out shirts?
I am only like the vintage tees because I just like the way that the neck folds on like my.
I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
I never really knew about that flipping in and out style until like I actually started working in Buffalo, and one of my coworkers would do that all the time, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of sick. And it's
because of because of Jerry too. So like Jerry Lorenzo, I feel like he made it mainstream because he branded that whole thing. Like, so he
really cool.
He would take like the vintage aesthetic and create like a T-shirt, but he'll put like the label tag in the back of it. So that's how it's supposed to be worn.
That's cool.
Inside out, with all of the seams showing and stuff like that. And then he would do like a vintage wash and shit like that. So it's like, he started that, but or when he started doing like he did a lot of the vintage tees, and he would put his branding on it, like the Fear God, this season, this collection or whatever. And a lot of dudes just kept flipping them inside out. So I was like, damn, like we've been doing it, but now it's like mainstream. But it's like now, like it really is comfortable.
Like it's a fashion statement.
It is comfortable. Just the way that it lays on like your collarbone and shit like that. It is like a function. It's functional too. It's functional. It's functional as well. So it's like, nah, it's cool. Like it's cool. It's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's your experience.
Yep, that's my experience, man. I gotta go to Roundtwo today, actually. I'm
gotta visit your boy.
Nah, I'm gonna be a reseller today.
Oh,
yeah, I had copped some things.
So
now I'm about to sell some shit.
Gotta make that money. The holidays are coming.
Yep. So that's it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's crazy. Well, to pick it back up, how do you think rappers today is showing off their fashion sense, and how are they like changing the fashion world right now?
For me, I like Travis Scott. I feel like maybe like a few years ago when Travis maybe didn't have his own style because he had a stylist. I don't know if he has a stylist now. I'm just talking shit. But back in the day, I knew he had a stylist, and because I followed his stylist too. And just the similarities between him and A$AP Rocky, it was like very, like you could see it, like just the similarities. It was like it was in your face. So I feel like him getting all that backlash of him trying to be like Rocky or whatever. No, just Rocky because I mean the hairstyles.
Bro, they were twins.
The hairstyles.
Yeah, they were twins.
The hairstyles, the jewelry selections, the clothing selections that they would choose. And for him now not to have that same stylist, like I feel like he's developed his own style and transitioned into that. So now it's like he's really simple. And like for anybody that don't know me, I dress very simple. Like even though it might be like a certain brand, I pretty much stay in the simplest of those garments as possible. So with him now, it's like
well, not to cut you off, but you know, it's like I think he had like I think back then what I'm realizing is that now that he's more successful, well, not like more successful, I think he has more say. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when someone's like, wear this because this is what's in right now, but you're like this celebrity, you don't know, you don't have time to look. I think now that he has the ample time to actually shop for himself and like pick out what he actually likes, it's going better. Like he know what works for him. Now that he's tried so much, he knows what actually works for him. So I think it's like going.
I feel
better.
Like some of the things that he did wear previously, it's like some of the same brands. It's just now he's comfortable in those brands now. Like just the way that he's styling.
He found out what worked for him.
Yeah, it's like that. Like
it takes time, boy.
It's cool.
Especially if you're not a person that really had like just the eye for like fashion or like what you would wear, what you would not wear. Because obviously if you're an artist and you already know the style, you're not gonna have someone like just styling you. You're gonna implement your ideas already.
And you know what works for you.
Yeah. So if it's not like that, it's hard to like just say no, I don't want it. Because also it's for promotional like advances. It's like it's to make money and to promote your brand. And his brand was, you know, relatable, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Very relatable. So he has to make it his own now. And I feel like it's the perfect time now.
Yeah, no, he's doing grown, like, just grown man shit that he doing now. Like,
it's him. Like, I see him in his
he's super comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super comfortable.
I mean, he definitely, like, implemented his fashion style in the masses because there's a whole bunch of guys that I see wearing, you know, the trip pants with like the belts, you know, and they have like the same Travis Scott look. So he definitely made an impact.
Yeah, he definitely has a look now. It's not he
to guys out there.
Yeah, his fan base
crazy, bro.
Crazy, yeah. His fan base
it's crazy.
It's been crazy, yeah.
And it honestly created a whole era of like how people could dress too.
Yeah,
because
but another thing that I do like about Travis is that like even though he was getting so much backlash on like him, like the way that he dressed or like the way he made music, it was like, oh, you trying to be like A$AP Rocky or whatever, and it was like he never responded to any of that shit. And I feel like I'm kind of the same way as well, like not responding to like shit that
you can't respond, bro.
Kill them with silence.
And
you know,
now it's just like he's just like to the top.
Best revenge is to paper.
To the top.
That's good.
It's like, man, it's
because your mouth sometimes gets you in trouble. So sometimes it's better just to say nothing.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know,
shut up sometimes.
And
like, don't be saying stuff.
From every video to the videos with the styling of the garments, like I think it was the highest in the room. Yeah, it's the highest in the room. That video
was so good.
That video was fire. I was
so good.
I was like, how many people gonna start like looking into like what he's actually wearing? Because if for the people that don't know,
but it's so trippy. I love that
he got pieces in that video.
Like when I was looking at Highest Room, it kind of reminded me of like Missy Elliott and how she would do like
over the top videos. Yeah.
And it's like a whole like just like mind like craze because it's like whoa, like I feel like I'm high just looking at the video and I'm sober. and it's amazing.
Yeah, the videography was crazy.
So I gotta watch that. All right. Cool.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
haven't
watch
watched that
it.
video? Oh, you
It's
slacking.
crazy. It's good. It's
Is that the one where he got like
intense.
the things in his mouth?
No. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
when
yeah,
he was
no,
sitting.
I
Yeah,
only-
that's when he was
Yeah,
sitting.
Yeah, I
in
only
the
seen a
chair.
preview.
Yeah, that's when he was sitting in the chair.
You know.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I still watch it.
He got a lot of Rick on in that video too.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know, he got a lot of Rick on, and it's not the cheap Rick either.
But that's why I like.
It
when
better
people,
not be the cheap Rick though.
can't.
He got the
It shouldn't.
money.
He copying off of me and shit. I was like, nobody even had those pants before me.
Just be like, Travis Scott be outside your window.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Scoping out shit that I wear and shit.
Sometimes you be getting dressed. You like, bro, a little inspired. I say a little-
Literally, like I need to
mean,
be
like,
famous so people know it's me.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
I
me
know
that
his
set
you.
these trends.
I know his shirt at 10,000, but like, you know, it's a little inspiration. You start looking at shit like,
It's me, goddammit.
I did that a few, archived that.
Exactly, that's old now.
I
Now
just didn't take
everyone's
a
on the
photo of it.
wave. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let me drop my 2012 photos right now.
Yo,
I could
I be
go
trying
back.
to find. I can't be found. I'm like, nah, I did this already. Hold on.
I could go back.
Oh my god. So what about you?
Me, I would honestly say I'm liking the like Atlanta rappers how they dress. Like it's flashy, it's very in your face, and it's let me finish. It's very flashy. Like
agreeing.
it's very much like if I had the money, I would be doing it. Like
Have you ever lived in Atlanta before?
nah, I just visit and have family down there.
For how long?
Well, my mother, well, she's not from there, but they're like not too far. I have distant relatives that live in Atlanta, and then like my friend lives in Atlanta.
Have you ever been there during the summer?
No.
No. Phew. Man, you gotta go. Like how we're talking about like just flashiness. Like go in the summertime. Like Atlanta in the summertime is
Different?
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well,
Do you feel like fashion in like Atlanta and how it was like back in the day, has it like evolved? Has it changed much, or is it like still the same? But
I think so.
I think it. Yeah,
In certain areas.
it's evolved, but it's still late.
Yeah, because perfect example.
but late in a good way.
no.
No.
Like
Bad.
I went to the mall.
Well, I ain't gonna say
and-
it's bad.
No, I went to
but
the
it's
mall. They
just
had
late.
nothing.
It's just late. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the mall. They had nothing. I was like,
But
oh.
what we might consider as nothing to them is everything because that's exactly what they're looking
okay. So
for.
think about that. So basically, I'll say it like this. I'll say they had nothing because if you're on Instagram and you're trying to do someone's outfit, it was hard to find pieces in the mall to attempt to do it. I would say.
Okay, so you feel like you have to shop only online to find those
Yeah,
pieces.
well, it felt like that for me because I was going out and I was actually looking for an outfit. I found the hoodie. I was like, I was gonna get the hoodie, but then it's like they're tax. They have tax on clothes. I didn't know that because we don't have tax on clothes. That's over 110. So I was like, a little discouraged. But then I didn't find anything else to go with the hoodie, and I was kind of discouraged. Like, dang, I don't got no other stores.
Yeah, the selection down there it is very slim.
I mean, do you think it's just because it's like
That's not their main focus.
it's not like a city? It's not. It's like maybe like going to Connecticut or like Queens. Because honestly, in Queens, when you go to malls, that's like the main thing in Queens, and there's just like Hollister and like stores
They have
like that.
in Atlanta. They do have designer brands. It's just
It's a target audience.
it's only like during a certain time frame too. Like so, whenever a designer or a brand puts out like a certain look for that season,
Yeah.
they bought like the buyers they bought for that season, and like for the people that have money down there and that's like spending,
They get it
you
like that.
Yeah, they get it like that. So like if you go like after you buy all that shit the first
all
week,
gone.
it's there. It's literally they're gonna restock the same shit. It's not like you go into Saks here or Bird Off here and being able to see like different like whenever some shit.
and a
sold
lot
out.
of buyers buy for, like, we're fortunate because we most likely get everything.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone that lived in Georgia. They was like, yeah, normally they would get a few things from the collection, but New York, y'all always have everything, so that's why everyone just comes to New York.
Is it just because New York is like a fashion like icon?
Yeah, I believe so, because
that's where you go for
that's
fashion.
where you go.
I feel like you're able to express yourself more here. Like even in like
But you have more variety, though. I
in
feel
in Atlanta, you could.
well, from my experience,
You could like even when you went to Atlanta, like for what you posted,
Yeah.
you were very like you could blend in, like you know what I'm saying. Like you didn't wear anything that was like outside of the norm.
I ain't seen nobody with nothing hat on.
But just the way that it was styled, it was nothing that's outside of the norm. You know what I'm saying?
I will say I loved Atlanta because I seen, like, I always wondered, like, how all these people be catching, like, all these wonderful backgrounds and photography. And I'm like, for fake, I had a day I stayed home and I'm like, oh, this is a beautiful scenery. Here, it's too busy. Like, you legit have to find something, but then it gets, what's the word? It gets oversaturated too fast. Like, you'll take a picture by the art
like the
statue.
stairs, like the Joker stairs.
It gets too saturated too fast.
Yeah, and then like everyone's wearing it, then it's out.
Yeah, I feel like Atlanta, it's so much land and so much creative things and things you wouldn't even think of. But being down there, you're just like, oh, this is actually a dope background. Like, let's play with this and see, and then still dress up. I will say that I feel like even sometimes here, I'm like, I want to dress up. I'm like, I just need a dope background or like something different that I haven't done in the rest of the 30 pictures I have or 40 pictures I have. But it's hard. You really got to like.
How many skinny jeans did you see while you were in Atlanta?
Honestly, not too many. Everybody was like it was cozy. Like everybody, even me, I had jeans on. Yeah, sweats, Adidas.
In the mall?
Yeah, nobody. Oh, I didn't go to Lennox. I went to.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to go. I went to Pioneer.
Perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Perimeter.
I went to go to Lennox. But like,
that's why you didn't find anything. Perimeter is like just the everyday. That's like that's like the more subtle mall. Like if you go to Lennox, that's more the upscale.
And that's what my homegirl was telling me. She's like, yeah, I like this mall better because it's not so bougie. Yeah. Everyone goes to Lennox and they're like,
Lennox is like the more upscale mall with the high end designers and shit like that. Yeah.
But is it like your typical like?
It's typical mall.
High end designers.
Well, yes, typical like your Fendi, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci. Then I think they got a Nordstrom's in there.
Okay.
I think
it was a Nordstrom's.
Yeah, Nordstrom's. And they might carry some things, but like for the men's selection, it's very small. Like it's extremely small for
more women's than anything else.
Correct. They got like 2 floors of women. Yeah.
Wait,
they got like 2
I ain't
floors.
answered my question, but back to my rappers because I forgot real fast. Just like the availability they have and the money they have, and then just like them getting all the flashy pieces. And I do like how some of them actually put the items together, which I think is fire.
Yeah.
Like the constructing, just showing you like it's all Louis, but it's actually fire instead of it just looking so saturated again.
Yeah.
Like they just look like they dressed for the mannequin. Like, nah, they actually went through the whole collection and picked what they like and worked.
I mean, honestly, my point is like, you guys have the money, be creative. And it's like, you don't want to look like the next rapper, so make...
Nah, they be battling. Like, they be low-key battling. I just don't like how sometimes, like, the skinny jean era was...
Not your favorite.
Bro,
it's still
it was
there.
just...
It's not
going
But it
wasn't
yet.
as... But it was... Don't get me wrong. You got to be able to know how to dress for yourself. I feel like you got to be real yourself. If you know you're a 36... You should wear a 36. Your stomach shouldn't be hanging out. Your shirt shouldn't be so fitted. Like,
come on, let's not body shame here, guys.
It's not body shaming, bro, because... Okay, maybe...
It is.
You just need to wear your size. I just feel like with these rappers, they're not...
I think...
all these rappers are skinny, bro. Like, you gotta look...
I think also...
What
not
works for
just
you.
about, like... So skinny jeans is a whole different alteration.
It's a whole
I feel
playbook.
like it's supposed to be dramatically skinny. So even if you wear a 36 and like a straight cut jean, a 36 and a skinny jean might be a little
like
small. So you
Bro,
have to up
like
it a little.
You know what skinny jeans were? It's like skinny jeans. Even I had a pair, but it's like that. What they say? What they call the girls that get their body done like an ant?
Yeah.
It's like an ant. Like your legs are just skinny. And you're walking.
New levels.
It's like you just look like an ant a little bit.
No levels.
I mean, I feel like
I just don't think
it depends on the vibe. Like I feel like some people do pull it off well, and like that look fits them the best. But it also depends. Like bell bottoms doesn't fit everyone the best.
You're right. It's about the confidence. I take that back. I take the body shaming back.
You gotta
it's about
know
your confidence.
you got to know which
I
pair
feel
of pants
like
to buy
also
to,
it's just like a trend.
The
Skinny
stretch.
jeans were like really trendy, so everyone hopped on the trend, whether if it was good for them or not good for them. They were like, everyone's wearing it. Everyone was wearing it, so why not? You know?
No, bro. Like you should test. You're right. Trial. Everyone has to go through a trial and error. You're
You
right.
know?
I shouldn't.
But
be
like
just
you
trial and
learn.
error.
Like everyone was into the low rise when you bend down, your butt crack shows.
No.
Now everyone is high waisted and have actual waists now. You
mean,
know.
if you
I have
go
a
to the
quick
hood-
question. Do y'all wear? You know, like when you grow up, your mom tells you your jeans supposed to touch your belly button.
No.
My mom
No?
never
I
told me that.
Okay,
got a
well, I
little
swear,
torso.
I don't know if I was young, but like I thought your waist was
Let me find Will was putting his
no,
pants on
my
his
bad, no. Wait, listen. Your jeans are supposed to fit below your belly button, right? Correct?
Yes.
Oh no?
Yes,
Okay.
Will. Unless you got on like high rise.
I mean, those are like mom
high-waisted,
jeans
like
or
high-
something.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I had
Those is like fraternity jeans.
a little moment.
I think
You know, I had a pair of
don't
fraternity
know.
jeans. But
what you doing with
Nah,
those?
listen, fire. No, listen. You would have never known unless I told you. They were skinny jeans.
Oh,
They were on sale for like $10.
Did you have the foldable flap?
Nah, they were. It's weird. It fit like perfect.
And so it had a lot of elastic in it.
No, it just had the elastic, but like once I put my shirt on, they just looked like regular wax denim jeans. You wouldn't know.
How far did you bring those up?
No,
Did,
like
did
regular.
you get them to the stomach or past the belly
No,
button?
nigga, regular. But I'm just saying, like you gotta have some good finds, bro.
I mean, it's all about the cuts and silhouettes. I feel
You're
like
right.
it's getting better because back in the day, I don't know. It was a cult fave. It's always gonna be like, oh, that throwback when everyone wore like the super low waisted jeans and bell bottoms and stuff like that. But things are changing. We have shapes. I feel like we're really looking to see people's shapes these days, no matter how small or big you
Right.
are. So everyone wants to see your silhouette, and they're trying to make garments that will fit your silhouette
And compliment,
nicely.
yeah. 'Cause-
Nicely is the word.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why the Amiri brand did so well on those jeans that they put out, just because of the stretch and the elastic inside of the jeans. Like, I was talking to one of the guys from Barney's, and he was like for us denim, that has been the number one brand for us, like selling in Barney's.
'Cause
was
denim
the
is hard.
But,
Denim is
because of the
so
stretch.
hard.
Yeah, because of the stretch.
Because of the stretch.
Yeah, only because of the stretch. Because like we talking about body types.
Yeah.
Everyone does have a different figure,
Yeah.
so it's like with
do
the
need
stretch,
stretch and stuff.
Yeah.
it accommodates
And
you better.
traditional denim is not easy to work
not,
with.
'cause
Like
it's
it's
stiff.
sturdy.
It's stiff. Yeah, it's stiff.
You have
And
to
it's hard to
break it-
break
yeah,
in.
you gotta break it in.
And it's like even thrifting for denim is like impossible. Like there's people that try on 20 to 30 denim and they find nothing.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
gotta
all
size-
different
you gotta-
brands.
Yeah, you gotta size up in that denim.
It's like
Them old sizes is crazy.
My denim,
What you got?
it doesn't take. I don't know. I find pants fast.
those pants you
Is
got
that
on
bad?
now, are they soft or are they stiff?
No, they soft.
They soft? Oh, okay.
They
so that's
soft.
good. Okay. Because like most of the time with the Carhartt gear, it's very stiff. Like the canvas material is very stiff. So I mean, I could never wear that type of stuff.
I feel
got
like
too
people
much
do
body
like
for that.
traditional denim because I guess it lasts longer because it's so sturdy. And like Levi's is like
Classic.
the
Yeah, I
number one like
my
classic.
Levi's
People
fit
love a
you-
Levi's.
fit you the best.
Traditional 510s.
But you know what I think so also plays a part in people finding
Yes.
denim, knowing what cut they're looking for. I feel like I've always known what type of cut I want, so
Yeah.
it's a little faster for me than trying on everything. But when I did go to Levi's one year, they did like I tried on everything, and I like that. They were like, try slim fit, try taper, try skinny, try boot cut, and let us know which one's best suits you. So I think if you haven't done any denim shopping, or you still don't know, you're still experimenting, that's your best bet. Trying every style.
Honestly, pants is just annoying. I remember growing up
I
as a
don't-
kid.
I don't wear jeans.
Like I struggled finding pants because as a kid I was so tall and skinny, and it was so hard to find like jeans for me because it's either I went up a size and they're too big for me, or I went down and they're too small, and like high waters. So
Okay.
it was like very, very annoying. So I'm glad that pants are moving in a more innovative way.
Direction, yeah.
You know? Because we need that. We really do need that in this world, especially with all these body types happening every day.
Yo, that was you ain't shit. Like, you ain't shit. So guys, real quick, what do you feel like is easier to find, like tops or bottoms, when it comes to clothing
Tops.
wise? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, it's bottoms because I only wear pants with like an elastic waistband.
Well, that's easy for you. That's
that's like getting sweatpants.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You never got to question it. It's gonna fit regardless.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why it's easy for me because, again, I do have like a little shape. So with that being said, I can't wear jeans because they don't fit. It's like they're too tight on my waist. So like if I size up, then it doesn't fit the proportion correctly, and then
you have to get them altered or whatever.
It's like I'm not doing all that. I could just buy a pant with an elastic waist and it's just gonna fit off the rip. So
I mean, what type of like brands would you shop for denim? Like, where would you go
if I was to shop
if you had to?
If I had to, I liked like when I was in high school, I did wear denim. I mean, but it was really oversized back in the day. But Gap made like a slim jean back in the day. I don't remember the model type, but like proportion wise, it was like the best jean. Like back in the day too, I used to like take the whole can of starch and I would like just spray the jeans with the whole can of starch and then let it sit for like overnight.
Yeah, to make it small.
Yeah. No, to make it stiff.
Stiff.
And then I would iron it like, and I would put the crease down the middle because I always like the crease. This was back in the day. It was polo days.
You know, actually, someone told me like as a hack when they were in the they were born in the 80s and like skinny jeans was really crazy like popular then. They would put their jeans in the freezer every night.
Yeah.
And then take it out in the morning and wear it.
And it'll be stiff as
because it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit better when you put them on.
But that shit is cold. That's an ice cube.
But you're gonna let them thaw out, of course. But it's just the way that it's gonna fit. I mean, that's why people put
not
starch
motivation
on things.
though for looks. Because also, if you do look at that like time period, everyone had like a fitted jean. Like no one was wearing like anything baggy.
Nah, I mean, well, unless we go to like early 2000s. But
it just switched
2000s though.
I'm really thankful that we got to the taper. Well, I've always been wearing stuff that fit me, but yeah, it was just that big jean was a lot. Yeah, I lost money.
I did buy a pair of jeans recently though, from
proud of you.
a store in where was I? I was in Kansas. It's called Reset KC. Reset underscore KC. It was just a pair of vintage Levi's, but I have like a denim jacket. So I was like, okay, I want to try this look in my head of like the retro look.
So you'll be wearing jeans soon?
I only wore them one time. I mean, I washed them and then I put them on. I still need to like alter them a little bit at the bottoms. But I just had on like Air Force Ones too, and it was like I wanted to feel the way I felt like when I would pull this look off in like high school or some shit. And I was almost there, but I just didn't alter the jeans, so it wasn't there all the way.
Do you like a cuff or not? I love anything cuffed, even when it's denim, unless it's certain denim, depending on how it falls on the pants. I love a good cuff.
Nah, I can't. Even back in the day, I didn't never cuff. I like to see like the fray at the bottom of the jean on the sneaker. It just like if the jean is nicely pressed or whatever, it's like the fray is like, I don't know.
So you like a rugged looking jean?
Yeah.
No, that cuff
like
on
a broken,
the boot?
like real broken in type jean. Yeah.
I love a clean cuff, like the cuff on the boot or the cuff on the sneaker, just complete.
So, but are you more accustomed to like the raw, or like do you like raw denim?
And what washes?
I have a pair. Yeah, like I have an acid wash pair, and I'm really into wax. Like I have a pair of
the waxes.
How do you pronounce it? Alexi, a lot. It's ALYX.
Oh, Alex.
Alex, yeah, Alex. I have a pair of those, and they're like, they're blue.
Money. Those not cheap.
No, I thrifted. I thrifted. You got to thrift, bro. Thrift.
Matthew Williams.
They're stiff, but they're not too stiff, and they're like black. So like a little bit of salvage, but like I love how they like fit, and they're like a little distressed. Yeah. They're not too much, but I also feel comfortable in them.
Yeah,
like they're not too much. So it's just you got to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I don't like light washes at all. It has to always look rugged for me.
Blue.
And I like,
it's my favorite.
I guess dark blue and like black. I like black jeans mainly.
Like the faded black jeans,
like
or just
faded black,
or just the pitch
or like
black?
a wax also. But I feel like just the blue is just too normal.
Like raw denim.
Yeah, it's just I look too Hello America.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know, like American Dream. And I'm not
a lot of Disney Channel, just like, hey, yeah, my mom got these for me. She said I couldn't get the ones with the holes.
I feel like with the darker washes, I could do a little bit more, add a little bit more, and like the colors I wear too complement darker jeans.
Yeah.
So I try to stick to that realm.
See, that's the reason I like the acid wash jeans, and it has to be acid wash. Like it has to be. Just
you
because
don't like stone wash?
No.
Okay.
If it's not acid, you ain't going.
Well, you know what?
Like acid stone wash be fire.
Maybe it is stone wash. It's not acid. It's stone wash. It's stone wash. But because of what I pair it with, it's like just a OT, like an OT. That look with like a pair of clean white Air Force Ones. Man, that's my favorite. Man.
Rugged and clean. Just like
yeah, that's my favorite. Like I want to get a Yankee hat too, and like
that's literally American Dream.
Yankee fitted, or
like
Yankee
fitted.
Like you wasn't from here.
No, like fitted. Yeah, I want to bring. Like I want to wear like a Yankee fitted one day and like have on that.
You see,
look.
that works for you. You look great in it.
I mean, I don't know. This is gonna be a trying thing.
What do you mean it's a trying thing?
You don't know.
I haven't done that look before.
No, I feel like I don't know.
With the Yankee fitted.
Mostly like visually in my head, like it's gonna look good on me.
I'm gonna blend in with everybody, so that's
that's never true. You'll never blend in.
Nah.
You'll always be Onterrio.
It'll always be some Onterrio. There'll always be something to be like, you'll stand out.
Okay, you'll see. Would you go into Rick Owens with that fit?
Hell no. Hell no.
You'd be like, I ain't disrespecting them.
Why?
Hell nah. Because then they can be like,
they know your face, bro.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, you
then
pro
I'm
lifestyle.
looking like your girl JT.
You pro lifestyle. Wow. Just
he's trying something new.
Yeah, he'd be like, don't ever come back in this store.
But I like the fact that you should be able to like be a chameleon.
American Eagles across the
I could
street.
dress my son in that. He could like do that look for me.
I like changing my look up. I think it keeps me vibrant in the creative process. Like being able to be like, I know I could pull this off, I know I can put that off, so I can dress for the occasion. And I feel like that's
same.
See, I don't feel confident when if I was to put that on, I wouldn't feel confident.
But why you wouldn't feel confident?
Because I know, like, for one, overall the fit of the pants, like I don't wear pants with a button again, so just being used to the elastic waistband off rip, it's not going to be as comfortable as
I think
something like
for
this.
my opinion on that for you is I think it's my thing. I feel like if you try something new and you got compliment on it, you would most likely branch out and do more. I feel like you don't know until you try, bro.
Body for that, man.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like when you look different, you're like, oh shit. And somebody like even if you
variety,
a little bit of lackluster in it. Like I did it 80% if I had something else, and then you just somebody go, oh, I didn't think of doing that. You be like, oh, okay, I'm on.
See, but I don't think I want those kind of compliments either. Don't look at me.
Why?
Don't look at me.
What you mean don't look at you? Like what?
Don't look at me.
Look at me.
You're weird, bro.
Yeah.
I
don't like attention, man. Like I really don't like attention.
It's not necessarily like you're seeking attention. It's someone, like I said, observes you and go, oh no, I like your outfit. It's not bad. It's not like you're wearing fucking.
I mean, also you have to believe in it. Like if you're curious about something and you have that like that feeling of like trying it, then I feel like it will work out. But also if you're hesitant or you're like,
I don't want to
try it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't want to try it. It's color too.
I feel like
I don't shop like that. That's
I don't
weird,
like
because that's you.
And it
works for you.
Well, that's I think I want to help people get out of that. I feel like,
and I want you
to some people don't want to get out of that.
And I want to help him stop buying things too. But look how far that's gotten me.
I've done good. The only thing I bought.
Look, he just said he was in Atlanta like last week, and it was like, oh, I bought a hoodie.
No. I said I was looking for an outfit, and I wanted to.
He
buy
got
a
on
hoodie.
brand new Jordans right now.
Those
came out last week.
Guys, what? You
With
said
that
stop buying
material
clothes.
on there?
You didn't
And
say
stop
nothing about
buying
shoes.
everything.
That's apparel. Stop buying apparel. But I mean,
Guys,
I can't talk
what you
because
guys
I
are
buy
not
clothes all the
is
time.
make me feel bad about
That
buying
looks like a new fleece jacket that you got on
No,
too.
I told you I brought all three. I just only wore one.
Wow.
I
See,
finally
why do
had
you
a-
have to buy all three?
Because they was on sale, bro.
I mean,
So
I
are we
can't lie.
buying
Like,
things just because they're on sale?
I do buy a lot.
Honestly,
too.
sometimes yes, because it's on sale and it's a great
Wow.
bargain. I don't know about you.
It's a great bargain.
It's a great bargain.
Wow.
Keywords bargain.
Yeah,
Wow.
bargain. The Uniqlo vest was $12. It used to be $20. That's a bargain, bro.
Oh yeah, they had a heat tech sale this past week.
That's
not heat tech, though. That's not
No, but
heat
I've
tech, though.
had this. It's been like a month now.
You know Uniqlo and their sales. Everything is on sale when it's on sale.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to buy it because it's on sale.
Well, just like how you don't want to wear jeans, you're not gonna make me feel bad about buying shit. Like, I'm buying it because I want it. Like, you know, you gotta treat yourself.
No, stop buying shit.
No, that's
Stop
not
buying.
the message we're trying to get out. Buy
buying.
what you want
Stop
and make
buying
sure you
shit.
like it.
No, stop buying shit.
If you worked hard for it, buy what
shit.
you want.
No, stop buying shit.
No.
Don't lie, don't lie, don't hide, don't fight it. Don't lie, don't hide, don't fight it. We could really throw a party in the city with your friends and fight it. Different women, different sizes. I know that you want it. I know you want it. I know you wanna throw that nigga in the garbage. A baby girl got a bottles, get it poppin'. 50 bottles, 50 bitches in the lobby. Baby girl, pay attention to your body. See you working on your yoga and Pilates. Welcome to the motherfucking party. Drop top swerving with a bad little Barbie. We brought the booze to the motherfucking party. Stop, chop, and roll up the herb like I'm Marley. Treat these hoes like dominoes, yeah, I'm all in.